Hello gamers, this is Eric of lonegunGames. In this video I want to talk to you about Fallout 76. First of all, let me say that right now we have a lot of great games being released. Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2 just hit the stores in October, and this week, including Fallout 76, Hitman 2 is also launching, and of course Battlefield 5 is coming out later this month. So if you decide not to get Fallout 76 right now, it is completely understandable. I do not want to sugarcoat the fact that during the beta, Fallout 76 still had bugs and game mechanics are still being tweaked. So I suspect that at launch and shortly after launch, we can expect to see patches to content and to the game systems. So if you pick up Fallout 76 in a month or two, you are just not going to have to suffer through any of the growing pains. I'm going to be honest with you and let you know that I did not think I was going to be playing the Fallout 76 beta because I am very set against pre-purchasing games, period. No matter how much I love the franchise or the development team that is making the game, I am really against pre-purchasing games. But there were so many negative comments being made about Fallout 76 that it just served to act as reverse psychology on me, that I just had to get into the beta to see for myself what was it about the game that had so many people upset. So in this case, this one time, I am glad that I did pre-purchase Fallout 76 because I had a lot of fun in the beta, and I ended up being one of those begging to have the beta servers running 24/7. The number one thing that I like the most about Fallout 76 is that you can play the game however you like to play. You do not have to follow the storyline. In fact, initially I went to the first location where you were supposed to locate the Overseer's camp, and that would send you in another direction, which was to this other town, and you were going to gather information there. Well, after I spent some time in that town and did some missions, there was a world mission that popped up, I decided just to go off the beaten path and just go up this big mountain up to the top to see what I could see, just to adventure. And I ran into super mutants and some robots that tried to kill me. I came across a Firewatch tower, and there were some ghouls there, and I just had my own adventure that it was not story driven. Nothing told me to go there. I got this great adventure by simply following my own path and doing what I wanted to do within the game. And I had my own adventure, and it was great. Another time I decided to go down this road just to see how far I could go down and just explore this new area. And as I, as I did, I came to this bus, and I went inside to search in the bus to see if there was anything that my character needed, and I stepped out of the bus, and there was the Mothman was flying around and screeching, and of course I don't know what level it is, so I don't want to shoot it and die, so I hid in the bus. That's all you can do. So that was great fun. But if you're a player that wants to just follow a storyline, it is there. Story is all over Fallout 76. In fact, the game is made up of many stories, many different stories. Of course, you have the main storyline of your character following the Overseer of the Vault on her own mission, and you're following after her. But every location that you go to, you will discover that there are holotapes and computer terminals and notes and letters that have been left behind by these survivors of the bombs, and that it will tell you the story of what occurred after the bombs dropped in that area. And not just in major towns. I came across a camp that was only it was 4 wooden buildings, little shacks, and there was a couple of holotapes that told the story. I don't want to ruin it. It told the story of what was happening at this camp. So if you seek it out, you can find the story. So if you are into the storyline and the lore of Fallout 76, it's going to be upon you to search out that information about the area to get the lore about the town or whatever the building you're at. I came across a mine, and there was information about the mine as I searched around. So it's upon you to discover the stories. Now, I do have to say that the combat is not the greatest. It's very different from Fallout 4, and the VAT system is a live VAT system, so essentially it just helps increase your accuracy and your critical on whatever you're aiming at. So that's not really a strength of the game, yet I did not find that I was outgunned in very many situations. If you did come up against an enemy that was 3 or 4 levels ahead of you, you were going to have some problems. You were just going to have to dump more ammo into them, essentially. But that didn't hinder me having fun. It was still very fun and kind of rewarding when you got a headshot on a ghoul that was only like 3 or 4 feet away from you. So the combat, although kind of a little bit clunky, it was still pretty fun. Now, I'm not going to waste my time trying to debunk every negative comment you're going to come across, but I do want to remind you that Bethesda was very upfront with the whole community that the beta was a beta test. They were testing servers, they were testing balance and game systems. So when you read or watch negative comments about Fallout 76, I implore you to please take it with a grain of salt, including my own. If I said something that you don't like, or you totally disagree with me, I am just one opinion, and I only had so many hours of gameplay, and I did not experience everything. I did not go to the very hard zones. I stayed in the early to mid-level zones. I tried to stay within the level of enemies for my character, so I wasn't overwhelmed, because I was by myself a majority of the time. So if you have any questions or thoughts, I really want to hear them. Please comment below. And I really thank you for watching this video, and I will be bringing you more Fallout 76 content in the future.